Hello, YouTube. I'm back again. Man, it's a struggle sometimes. I was having problems with my equipment trying to get on. Every time I try to get on, it wouldn't let me get on. I don't know what it was. I don't understand. It wouldn't even let me do a thumb there. Usually I like to have my picture up there, but it wouldn't even let me do that. I guess it has something with the title, the name, that universal basic income. And every time I put that in, it wouldn't let me get on. So I spent the last 14, 15 minutes trying to go live. I mean, I had it set, everything was great. I don't know if it had something to do with the storm we had early this morning or the day before, but it was just crazy. So I'm gonna try to get into this because the phone's been ringing crazily and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm a little paranoid when it comes to that. Hey, Uncle Al, how you doing? Die Bullfrog 79. Hey, Fallen Skies Prepper, how you doing? Yeah, everything is well. Like I said, I was having equipment problems, so I'm gonna try to get in before my machine cut off or whatever's going on. I think the AI is out to get me. I just want to talk about this. Send me money. Okay, hey Karen 523. Hello from Oklahoma. Yeah, I like Oklahoma. Our quarterback is from Oklahoma. You know, he quarterback there, Baker Mayfield. That's another story. Hey, Pepper Tribe. Hey, Jennifer Wilson. So let me get into this. See, that's a lot of people don't talk about this, but this is the way of the future. This is right before we go into the next age of mankind. Our next age of mankind is when we start being space traveling people on a daily basis. That's when we go into the third age of man or whatever they call it. But this is important because apparently this has been around since the days of the founding fathers. See, I didn't know about that because there's so much stuff happened back in 1700s and 18th century. I don't really get into it. But anyway, I want to talk about this universal basic income. And apparently that they've been talking about it since, I don't know, well before I was born, I guess. So I'm not saying anything, but let me get into some numbers and some stuff here, okay? Hey, Huda, according to economists and people that run industries and stuff like that, I'm gonna throw some names out. Guys like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, you know, and who else that other guy had down here? I wrote somebody's name down here. Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, and Andrew Chang. Yeah, he ran for president this last election. These guys are all pushing for universal basic income. And what the universal basic income is, the UBI, it's free money. That's what they're saying is free money. They want to give every American age 18 and older a basic income. I want to give them a monthly stipend. Hey, Gardner Josh, they want to give them monthly money. Right now, they say they suppose like if they gave everybody $1,200 a month. They're not saying quit your job or anything like that. This is money. This is a supplement on top of what you make. What they're saying is that they worrying about the future because in the future, we're gonna lose a lot of jobs to AI and other things. And they're saying right now AI is and technology is the thing that's going to replace a lot of Americans. They're talking about 10 million retail workers, 7.5 million truck drivers. All of them going to lose their jobs to artificial intelligence because they got these trucks and cars and stuff like now that drive themselves, and they won't need nobody in the retail business. Like if you ever go to a grocery store right now, they got 80 registers and they got these 2 registers over there that self-serve, and they got 2 cashiers. So everybody's going through the self-serve anyway, and they just have one person standing back there watching everybody. And that's the wave of the future. That's what they're saying is going to happen. That is going to be mass layoffs because by automation. I mean, especially, what I have seen. I've seen it before in the auto industries here in Ohio, where they brought these electronic robot arms in to start eliminating people from the assembly line. Assembly workers were gone. Like I said, when I was coming up, and coming out of school, everybody knew they can get a job working at the auto plant. Them jobs disappeared, all them jobs disappeared. So everything is going to be based on capitalism. The guys that own the businesses know they can make more money by putting a machine in. You don't have to pay a machine no benefits. You don't have to pay the machines no salary. So it's capitalism. It's money that's going to be made, and the jobs get done cheaper by machines, and that's what's going to displace all these millions of Americans. And so what they're going to do is they want to give these people some income so they won't be rioting and stuff like that. Because when you ain't got no money, you ain't got no food, you unhappy. And when you unhappy, you can get irrational. Hey, Lori, and that's what's going to happen. I mean, they talking about this, like I say, UBI, that's what I'm going to call it. And they saying what they could do is they don't have to create any more government for this. What they're going to do is they're going to replace a lot of the things that's out there. Like if you're getting unemployment, they're going to replace that. If you're getting Social Security, they're going to replace that. If you're getting disability, they're going to replace that. They're going to replace all of that with this one government division. They're going to replace all these departments, so they're going to make the government smaller. They're going to, like I said, they're going to replace the Social Security Administration. They're going to replace Unemployment Bureau. They're going to replace welfare. All this is going to be handled by the federal government. States won't have to handle it anymore. If the states was handling it and stuff like that, and they're going to make small government. Let's see. Uncle Al say pull the plug. I can't hit the like button. That's slavery. Uncle Al, I'm gonna get into that because you coming very close to what it's gonna be like. Because see, it's a lot of people say it's a lot of good things, but the people that say it's a lot of good things are people that got money. Like I said, the people that's like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, even Jeff Bezos, all these people, they are all for it. You know what I mean? The rich gonna get richer because they want those machines. They don't want to keep paying people. They rather have the government pay you than for them to pay you so they can keep their money. I mean, but this doesn't mean you don't have to work. Let me get that straight. This doesn't mean you don't have to work. You can work and make money on top of the money that they're gonna give you, but you don't have to work. And what happens when you don't have to work? I mean, I don't know because I always worked. I mean, except that one time when I got laid off under Reaganomics, but you guys don't remember Reaganomics. Most of you guys weren't even born, and that's when we had a lot of companies moving out to Mexico and shit like that. That's what happened to me. Oh, I said shit. Damn. I need a sweat jar. But anyway, yeah. And I remember when I had this little unemployment book, and I used to go down to the unemployment office, and I had to sit there until they called my name. They gave me a number. Actually, they called my number. I come up there and I hand this lady the book, and she'd look in the book and she'd flip the page. Then she asked me some stupid questions, like, "Have you been looking for a job?" I say, "Yeah," stuff like that. And yeah, it was a long process. They tell you to sit back down, then they call you back up about an hour later after you was sitting there, ask you the same stupid questions, and then they stamp your book, and then they say your check will be in the mail. It's crazy because not long after that, they eliminated the unemployment office and they put them on AI. And I be thinking, I bet they said that they feeling like I did when I had to go deal with them idiots, because I'm out there trying to look for a job because my job moved to another country. But that's okay anyway. Like I said, hey, Bushcraft family, it's going to be interesting to see because they've been pushing it. Matter of fact, let me tell you something I just found out not too long ago. Back in Richard Nixon, 1971. In 1971, they had this program out there, and they sent it to the how they go to the House and the Senate, and the House passed it twice. The House passed the universal basic income for all Americans twice, but the Democrats and the Senate said no. They wanted more money. Greed. They wanted more money. So it didn't pass, and then we all know what happened, to Nixon the next month. They got him out of there. They got him out because he was doing some illegal stuff. He's paranoid, like a lot of us are. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But I didn't even know that they had it already. They passed it twice in the House, but never got past the Senate. See, and that was in 71. Now they tell me that Alaska got some kind of program where every person up there get $3,000 a year, I guess, supplement from the oil money that they get up there. You know, the governor up there asked them if they wanted, and they say, yeah, that's been going on since 1982, and everybody up there living in Alaska, 18 years and older, you get money. You know, that's a universal income. It's not socialism, as you would say, socialism, I guess, because people still have to pay for it somewhere. And like I told you, what they're talking about, eliminating, you know, all these people that's getting money on these other programs. You know, I mean, this is a responsible decision on their part. I don't know. Is it dismantling America? It's a possibility that it will. I have no confidence in the system because I know how our politicians are. They run rabbit, and they tear things up there. I mean, I don't know, because they have no common sense. Let's see. Hey, Purple City Prepping. Wow, I like that. I like your logo, purple. You must be in Minnesota. Purple rain. So anyway, like I said, you know, the other countries been trying it. I mean, Iran, there's the most successful, but then, you know, that's an oil producing country. They got all that money and they paying their people, you know, they give them like 29% or whatever they worth or whatever. I have no idea. But I mean, these are some numbers I had heard. But yeah, Iran is doing it, you know, so they out there. And like I said, Karen asked the question, maybe UBG will see it if you cap. Karen asked the question. What was the question? Because I'm you know, I do this and I don't be keeping up with it. And like I said, I was having Karen. Okay, I see it. It says, what freedoms will we have to give up so that we can receive universal basic income? Yeah, I was going to get to that. Yeah, I'm trying to get a little background on this and stuff. Okay, I'm going to go straight into the meat because now we're going down the rabbit hole. Are y'all ready to go down the rabbit hole already? We can go right down the rabbit hole then, because, you know, I think this is the reason why my AI or whoever watching my stuff, because I have a lot of problems with this stuff. You know, phones ring, can't get on half the time. They cut me off. Okay, so let me get on here because, like I said, they wouldn't even let me on with this universal basic income. I think they got my number. I always did think that, but that's another story. You know, other countries got this. You know, Canada tried it, but it didn't work. They tried it in one of their provinces. Finland, Netherlands, Kenya. What else? South Korea, and then I mentioned Alaska. All of them got some form of it. They make it. They get this basic income. Okay. Now, what's going to happen? This is my opinion only. So, YouTube, don't say I'm starting a revolution or being subversive. This is my money. This is what I'm thinking. Money is tax-free. You don't have to pay taxes. The money won't cause inflation because they're not printing new money. They're just moving money from other programs, okay? Now, when you get a country, government that control all the money, and that's what this is going to do. Right now, half of Americans are on some kind of social program, some kind of welfare, unemployment, Social Security, or whatever. Half America right now, you know, they're on some kind of program where we get money from the government. So what's going to happen is once they take all this money, put it all in one place, coming out of one central area. Now, this is just my opinion. Now, this is not fact. I don't want nobody to run and say, Uncle Irving, Grandpa say this is fact. Hey, Bobby Sandrum. This is what I'm afraid of that might happen because too many politicians behind it, on the right and the left, Republicans and Democrats and Independents. All these people want this. They too many of them. They flocking for this, and right now I don't understand it. But anytime something like that happens, it's not very good. You get too many people that want it too fast. And like I said, it's been around, like I say, for a while before I even started to even worry about this because I was working. I wasn't thinking about this kind of stuff. So anyway, when you get the politicians or rich people, because rich people are behind this, like Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and the guy that ran for president, Andrew Chang, and all these people, they're all behind this. And when you get people that want you to put all your money into one place, all the money coming out of one place, they can control you. If they come in there and send you a letter and tell you, look, we're going to cut your stuff off because you doing this. We're going to cut your stuff off and doing that. I seen this happen to people that was on welfare, that the people would come to their house and tell them they're going to cut this stuff off because they had a man living in their house or a cousin living in their house and he had an income. I seen that happen. And this is what the feds would do. I don't know. I'll see now. I'm getting it. Now, this is what I would just say. They ain't going to say no government part. I'm going to say this is what they would do. They would come there and say, because you're violating the trust of so-and-so and so-and-so, we're going to take your $1,200 a month away from you. Now you have no income. Now they control you. They control you by even just the thought of it. They're taking your money away because you have no other money coming in. But they say you can keep working and you keep doing whatever job you want to do, but they're going to still give you this money. That's what they say. See, I don't know because none of this is happening. This is all speculation. But I'm going to say it's all tied in. See, it's all a deep plot. This is the end game. This is the end game. The end game is to control your food and control your money. You know, I would keep saying we playing checkers, they playing chess, and they got an end game. And this is their end game, to control the people. And once they control the people, they control everything that they want to do. And once they control you, you got no say. I mean, they don't care if you vote or not anymore because it ain't going to matter. You know what I mean? It ain't going to matter. So what's going to happen is, you know, right now we got guys like Bill Gates. He's buying up all the food land, all the farmland, all that land. So he's going to make millions more dollars. Ain't going to be no more millionaires because once you get on that universal income, you ain't going to never be rich. You're just going to have enough to survive. You're going to be like worker ants and drones, bees, you know, no bees, you know, you're workers. I mean, but you ain't going to be working. You just going to be surviving. And then once they get tired of you being there and just getting money for nothing, they're going to tell you can only have so many kids. This is the future. I mean, this is going to be like Logan's Run and all these futuristic shows you see where everybody's afraid of everything, but you always wonder what they do for a living, you know, but this is what's going to happen. They're going to put everybody on the social income. And a lot of this got to do with the space program, this SpaceX and all these people going to these other planets. They're going to be offering you chances to go ahead to go to these other planets to make millions, to leave Earth, to go up there because see, right now, aliens don't believe that we are able to take care of ourselves because we got poor people here, you know. It's all a part of an alien agenda too, but we ain't gonna really go down that rabbit hole. Let's see. Everybody's talking among themselves. That's good. They say I'll holler say they will control the people, and next comes starving the people. Oh no, they ain't gonna starve us. They ain't gonna starve us. They won't. No, they can't do that because then they will cause a revolution, and they don't want that. What they would do is they will give you an opportunity to be relocated. You know what I mean? Just like the Indians, we will give you an opportunity to go on the Trail of Tears and get relocated. And then they will eliminate you from history. You know, that's what's happening to the American Indians, but that's a whole other story. You know, they being eliminated from American history. You got no teams named after them. I mean, some of the teams' names should have been replaced, but some of them, they're not racist. I mean, Indians are Indians. You know what I mean? That's what the name was. And they eliminated them, the Chiefs and stuff like that. They eliminated them from history. People gonna say, what was an Indian? You know, because there will be none and no trace of them. And that's what's happening. Let's see, aliens. Yes, let's go down that rabbit hole, please. Okay. So anyway, like right now, and you know what I say about our government. We have a deep state. Any politicians that been in there over 40 years, it's part of that deep state. And if you're a newcomer and you try to rock the boat, and you see what happened to the last guy that tried to rock the boat, they tried to impeach him twice. And where's that money? Nobody ever asked where's that impeachment money go. They spend millions of dollars, and who are they paying this millions of dollars to? They weren't paying it to no attorneys. I mean, where was this millions of dollars going? And that money never showed back up, but it was spent. And you should ask yourself, who pocketed that money? The deep state. And the deep state, if you don't play ball with them and you don't get along with them and you don't follow what they tell you to do, you out. You out. You will never be back. Never. And if you start talking and end up saying the wrong thing, you might end up having an accident, be missing, or maybe even, might end up going over the deep end and commit suicide. So they say. But I'm just saying I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because I don't want the powers that be to strip my channel from me when I start talking the deep state stuff. They did when I had to talk about the lizard stuff. They got on me. But, we know the reptilians are in charge of this country. And we just can't prove it because nobody want to go down that rabbit hole. Let's say affordable REL. So what? You're not going to fight, run, and hide. We know the game plan. Start organizing the fight against it. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I ain't gonna run. I ain't gonna hide. I don't have the spirit of fear. I'm not afraid of anything or anybody human. Okay, I'm gonna put it to you that way. And I'm not gonna run. They come after me, they ain't gonna get me lightly. I mean, I'm gonna fight. I will fight to protect myself and my family, but I'm not gonna run and hide. But it's a fight we can't win. It is a fight we can't win. And all you're gonna do is once you put yourself out there and let them know that you will be missing. Or worse, they'll try to find out where you get your information and what more do you know. Because see, right now they got people so psyched up that they don't believe anything. And they controlling us, and we know this. They're gonna have wait. They're gonna have us eating that fake meat. It's coming. I had bacon and eggs this morning. Pretty soon I'm gonna have whatever and eggs. I might not even have eggs, because they're gonna try to get rid of chickens, all animals and cows. I said in one of my videos that I read a thing the other day, and it had 4 states. They said that they had that virus in the deer. Ain't that crazy? They already started the propaganda. They already started the stuff. They're gonna control the food. They're gonna control the land. They're gonna control the money. See, right now they don't want people to own property. They don't want you to own property. You know what I mean? If you own land, then you got some power. But if you don't own land and you got to pay rent to the people, to the powers that be, because they're gonna end up building like they did in the 60s and late 50s, what they call them, CMH housing, housing projects. They're going to start building low-income housing facilities for people to live in on this universal income that they're going to be giving you. That's why Bill Gates buying all that land. He did say he want to build a city. Maybe he might build a city full of people that don't have any money. Is on that basic income living in that whole city. Put y'all all in one place, better than trying to find out what FEMA camps are, which they not going to do it because everybody know about FEMA camps. So they won't, you can forget about them putting out FEMA camps. They won't do it. So let's see what we got here. Your income will be the first, second, 14th from memory right. We'll stop the first and second and 14th from memory right. Yeah. You said it would stop us from being part of it. The first, remember, there's freedom of speech. Second is a right to bear arms. So you saying that we won't be able to have freedom of speech or carrying arms, and let's see, you might be right because they're gonna control us. What if part of this basic income they tell you that you got to give up your Second Amendment rights? That's the rights to bear arms. I don't know. They can keep their money. I can't trust them. The First Amendment rights is saying that you gotta not speak out against the government or anybody, or you have no rights. Because right now you can see who's controlling speech. Right now, YouTube keep a lot of people from saying a lot of things, but that's all right. But see, like I said, people like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos, rich get richer. They billionaires. They don't want nobody else to get no piece of the pie. That's one of the American dreams, that one day you might invent some, or you might get something might be real. might be rich. Only people gonna be rich now is athletes. They making what 20 million a year now. These guys out there playing ball, and those are the only ones that gonna be rich. And then they gonna end up losing all that money. Okay, but like I say, it's all about technology. Technology gonna come in, and they feel that people working in these industries are hurting technology. Like I say, they got 7.5 million truck drivers out there that they want to replace. They do. They want to replace the truck drivers because right now they got these trucks out there on the road right now that doing it without problems. So they want to replace them. Retail stores, they already replaced most of the people. When you go to these stores, even at Christmas time, you can't find a cashier at the register. You can't find them. Okay, Amazon, they more and more they're using these drones to deliver packages. Now they got these little mobile cards that they got out delivering packages. See, they eliminating the people. As a matter of fact, they starting to get eliminate those conveyor belt with people working the packages and stuff. And more, it's coming. It's coming. They're gonna do the same thing to the post office. They're gonna put up these cluster boxes. They started with before I retired, putting up cluster boxes on all new developments. And pretty soon they're gonna have a little postal truck. I seen they had one in Japan. They were testing it. They were putting some mail and stuff in these boxes. They didn't need a mailman. And we're gonna be replaced. And once you get about 50 million people without jobs, you got to give them something. You got to give them money because that's not gonna be a pretty sight, and it's gonna come. And they feel these rich billionaires and millionaires feel that people are holding us back, not us, but holding them back. And that's why it's gonna be technology that's gonna really do the damage. It's all about capitalism. If these guys can't make money, nobody can make money, but they're gonna make their money. And the way they're gonna make their money is with technology, and that's why they're pushing it. Look, Elon Musk gonna say y'all can get a free space ride to the next planet. And that's that's what's gonna happen. So we're gonna be replaced in the work market, but we're gonna be getting some money. We're gonna be getting a universal income so that they're gonna have it where they don't have to worry about you no more. They're gonna say, look, we're gonna give them this money, go to school, do whatever you want to, but leave us alone. And that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna say, here, take this $2,000 a month and go. Don't call me, don't knock on my door. It's like support, It's like, what is that? Like child support or alimony payment. That's what the government is gonna basically be giving you once they take all your jobs. They're gonna put you on an alimony payment. They're gonna say, here, don't go. Why you calling me? What you need? You got your money. Leave me alone. Because the government gonna say we're not paying for any of these other programs anymore. We gave you the money, and that was it. They're gonna get you universal health care, and they're gonna give you money, and that's it. You got your health and some cash in your pocket. Don't call us. And that's what they want to do. And they're gonna eliminate all these programs. You ain't gonna be calling the SSI. You ain't gonna be calling the Unemployment Bureau. You ain't gonna be calling the welfare office because they're gonna be gone. All them offices are gonna be gone, and them people will be getting universal basic income just like the rest of us. And that's what's gonna happen. And then the smaller government that they can control, and they know who they want to get rid of and who they don't want to get rid of. Hey, Private Trap, thank you very much. 2 thumbs up. And I'm gonna say it is going to be caused by technology because right now you need to check out some of these robots and stuff that they got out there. They're fantastic. They awesome. And that's where we're going. We're in the 21st century, and they feel, and we dealing with aliens. I don't care what nobody say. You might think I'm crazy, but we dealing with aliens. They out there. They flying around. People denying it. They got the lizard people that've been here for I don't know how many millions of years, and they all in one thing, and they want to control people, and we don't know what their agenda is. But the long game is coming up short pretty soon. They cutting it down. They getting rid of all the pawns, which they doing, and they getting rid of all the knights and the bishop. Pretty soon, it's just gonna be the queen on the board, and they out there, and they coming, and they're gonna do something that we don't want us to do because we're gonna be at the mercy of the people with the money and the food and the land. See, when you prepping, and you hear me say this 100 times, when you prepping, get your money. Get your food, your water, your protection, and make sure you got some kind of income, land. And that's what the government do. They finna now I should stop saying the government, but that's what they doing because they gonna do something to it. Technology will be brought in, humans will be exterminated. Nobody is going to give out money. The ones in charge don't even want to give out stimulus checks, as we call bottom feeders. Yeah, we're a virus. But I hope it don't end up like the Terminator. I hate to have to fight Arnold Schwarzenegger when he comes. You know what I mean? But like I say, they figured out they can't do anything with the people. It could go back to the Georgia Guidestone. Where they got to eliminate so many billions of people. But like I say, they're gonna come in. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna talk about the biblical part of this stuff, which these days the mark of the beast and a lot of people going up into wherever and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, who knows what's gonna happen next? If you're following that part of your prophecy, then what's coming next? We got the mark of the beast. Now what's coming next? See, that's what I'm saying. And like I say, these deep state people that have been controlled by these people with these alien agendas for years. Planet Earth is just a what I call a petri dish. We got so much different things over here that what we doing don't mean a thing because we will like Amama Mazel said, we will be either exterminated or replaced. Now I don't want people to run out there and say that AI is bad for you. I'm just saying AI is gonna benefit some but hurt more to the rest of us because it's already taken a lot of jobs and we don't really notice it until you got to go somewhere and do something. Like I say, Black Friday, you go to these places on Black Friday, you in a line all the way back to the wall, when you're at Walmart because they got no registers open because they got AI over there on the other end telling you to go to self-serve and all this stuff. And that's the way it's at the grocery stores. But pretty soon you won't have to worry about the grocery stores because there won't be any food on the shelves. Because I don't see anything getting better. And like I say, we in the 21st century, and the powers that be, see, we don't make any decisions. We like kids, we like toddlers, and these people with these sacred agendas, these people, the New World Order that's running everything. I mean, they're not only doing it here, they doing, like I said, they doing it all over the world. It's gonna be a whole world thing. Right now, they want to get one currency. They want everybody to have one currency. They tried it with Britain back then when they came up with the euro. Where all these countries got together and had one currency. That didn't work very well for some. And now they talking about everybody gonna be using the Bitcoin. And the only person really benefiting from the Bitcoin is Elon Musk and all the rest of the millionaires. And they can benefit from that. I mean, I don't have any Bitcoins. I mean, the average person don't have any Bitcoins, and that stuff fluctuates all here and there and everywhere. But I'm just saying, it's finna change if we are not even ready for it. I mean, we can't get ready for it. What we gonna do? And that's the question I got. Let's say, wait a minute. She says, nobody, politicians aren't explaining how UBI will be paid for. I can tell you how they're gonna pay for it. All these other programs they got, all these, like I say, unemployment, welfare, Social Security, all them programs, they're gone. If you get Social Security now, when they come up with the UBI, you're not going to be getting Social Security in UBI. They're going to roll it all into one. You see what I'm saying? So they're going to roll yours all into one. So all that's going to be gone. It's gone. It's gone. So that's how they're going to pay for it. So they don't have to print new money. They're going to move money around that's already there. And another thing, if you're in jail and prison, you don't get no money. You cut off. See? They're controlling that. So if you commit a crime, your universal income is cut off. So they can figure they can feel that they can control the people that way and control the crime. So if you're committing crimes and they catch you, I don't know what the limit is going to be. It could be paid theft. You cut off. So don't commit a crime if you want to keep your money. So that's what I'm saying. They figure they can control the people. They control everything. Like I say, Money rules the world, and that's no lie. And you know it, and I know it. People used to say, I can get by on love. I just laugh when I hear that now. Back when I was a young guy. Hello. God dog it. Hello. They got me again. Jeez. Oh boy, this is incredible. It's incredible. Okay, let me try to figure this out here. Hello? Okay, I'm back. Man. Okay. I must have said something earlier that I shouldn't have said. Okay, y'all here. I'm back. Okay. Okay. Who do I say, Laura? It was the sad playing field, just like the Great Depression and rationing stamps. Yeah. And this, you know what happened after that? Roosevelt came in and he started the WPA, and they started giving people money. And then he basically created the first welfare system and started giving people government jobs. And that way he started controlling people and everything. And then the war came, and war income is always great for everybody. Oh, just so you know, God, dog it. Here we go again. What's going on with this thing? Hold up here. We got a serious issue here. What is this? Oh boy. See, I told you something was gonna happen with this stuff. Give me 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Give me 3 minutes, and I'll get this straightened around here. I'll get this straightened around here. Okay. All right. That was my mistake. That was my mistake. I hit something. I'm okay. No Men in Black came and got me. That was my mistake on that one. See what this says? I don't see. That's Lala Farms. I'm wearing the shirt that they sent me from Rick. Rick sent me the shirt from Lala Farms. Yeah. So anyway, like I say, one good thing about this, if we do get it, it doesn't cost any inflation. It's gonna improve the income. There's no doubt about it. If you don't have to print any more money, and everybody gonna have money, everybody gonna be spending money. But see, the problem is I worry about is at what cost? You see what I'm saying? At what cost? I mean, what kind of restriction? They ain't gonna have no cost on how you spend the money. They won't care how you spend the money, because once they give it to you, they know they can't track it. They spend too much time and too many people to try to spend it. But see, the problem is, and I'm worried about this, that at what cost when people give you free money? It's like, let me tell you something. I don't want to go too far with this, but I'm gonna just try to put this out there. It's just like back in the late 60s when I was coming up, early 70s. These guys, they driving with these big old Cadillacs with the fuzzy dice and the bobblehead dog and the window and stuff. It had the diamond in the back, and these big Eldorados and Deuce and the Quarters. They would get these girls, take them out, wine them down, no cost. Give them money when they need it. Call me up if you need something, no cost. 6 months later, they were out there working. They were working girls. And that's what's happening to the American people when they get this to us. We're going to be being pimped out, basically what I'm trying to say. They're going to pimp us out. And we ain't going to have no control on what we want to do. Because like I said, it's gonna be a situation, because free money is gonna cost you something. It's always a cost. Money always costs. Nothing free. Like I used to say back in the day, ass, grass, or cash. Nobody rides free, and we ain't gonna get no free ride on this. I mean, maybe we might at the beginning, but then the next generation, the next 20 years or so, when we got this basic income and they know how to manipulate the people with it, Everybody gonna be wearing the same color uniforms. Like schools. Everybody gonna be marching in line. You're gonna be like one of them futuristic movies. Big Brother's gonna watch you because your neighbor's gonna be watching. You're gonna be telling your neighbors, look, you get $2,000 a month, right? I mean, what if you want to get $2,500 a month? I tell you what you do. Watch your neighbors. Report back to me. Tell me what you see. You know how many people gonna be snitching out people? You're gonna say, look, let me know who got guns. Let me know who's talking about the government. And that's what's gonna happen. It's been known to happen. The Nazis did that. I'm not saying that America is gonna be like a Nazi regime or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying the Nazis did it. But when you control the people and you control the food, and you know what I mean, and you control the land, what do people have to look for? It's just like being a puppy, a dog. They go back in our cages. You got them in cages, or they let you roam around the house a little bit. But you don't own nothing. You eat and you crap. Okay, I don't say shit. You eat and you crap, and that's what your job is. And that's what our job gonna be. Now they said you can be able to get a job and work and stuff like that. They say you can go to school and all that stuff like that. But to see, my problem is, how far can you go? They don't want no more millionaires. And these athletes out here that's making all this money, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen with that. I can see computer generation football pretty soon. I can see CGI football. All these guys out here now, they're gonna all be replaced with computer generated football and baseball, robots, stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, AI is going too far, but it ain't going far enough for some. And the odds are, people that's right now listening to me now, we won't be around to see how bad it's gonna get, because it's gonna be worse. But Medical Apprentice said the entire goal for the last 30 years has been to put as many people on the systems as possible. They're gonna put everybody on the system. Like I say, they're gonna pay for it by cutting out all the other programs and give everybody one universal basic income. That's why they call it universal basic income. No Social Security, no welfare, no unemployment, no SSI disability, none of that. None of that's going to be in existence anymore. Everybody, they coming in, they're going to say, this is what you get. And don't ask me how they're going to figure it out. They're going to probably use a logarithm or something like that. They're going to probably put your paperwork in through a computer database and type something in. And then that's what they're going to do. They're going to come in and say, look at this stuff. See these crazy stuff. I don't even know who these people are. See? I don't even know. Don't even have a name, because I got caller ID. Just have a zip code. I mean, an area code 234. Is that a real area code 234? I don't even know. But I'm just saying, it won't be good. And like I say, it's too many people behind this program. They ain't sprung it on us yet, because they waiting. They're getting everything set up right now. They're getting all this other stuff in place right now. And then whoever or whomever take over in the next election. The next election. Hey, Maria Alonso Gomez, how you doing? And hey, Robert Homestead Aquarius. Whoever take over in the next game, next election, that's when we gonna reach the end of the game. That's when they get checkmate. Let's see. Homestead Aquarius says it's all in-game stuff for the breakdown of the old system and the rolling out of the new control measure disguised as care. You're right. That's what I'm saying. It was the long game. They played the long game, and like I say, the next election, don't worry about who's in charge now, because they don't really care anymore. They already got what they want right now. They got it where they want it right now, and right now, we sitting on the sideline. We already been used. We've been used already. Our point was to do what we do in the last elections or whatever, and now we gone. It says Bushcraft said the area code 234, Akron, Canton, Youngstown, and Warren areas. I'm in Cleveland. We 216. Wow. Wonder who's calling me from there. I have no relatives in Akron. I do got some in Kent, but they wouldn't call me. They come up on a call ID. I'm not gonna worry about it. Could be that van parked out there. Okay. Like I say, the rich get richer and the poor gonna get poor. You're gonna be stuck at your minimum. Even if you do get a job, let's say they give you $2,000 a month, and you say, "Well, I want to better myself. I mean, it's okay, but I want more." Now, what kind of jobs are you gonna get? Because see, they won't have any technical jobs for you because most of the technical jobs gonna be run by computers. Most of the assembly jobs gonna be run by the computers. Most of the cashier jobs and truck driving jobs run by the AI. That's what I'm saying. You might be able to get a job at your local grocery store, maybe your paint shop, maybe a Home Depot or DIY or something, where you're helping customer service or something like that. You make a few extra thousand a year, maybe $10,000, $12,000, maybe $14,000 a year. Because see, once they do this, everybody talking about that $15 minimum wage. They won't even discuss that anymore. Matter of fact, they're gonna drop minimum wage altogether. They're gonna eliminate out the budget. Federal minimum wage, they're gonna roll it back. Maybe the states might want to keep it, but it ain't gonna matter because states gonna lose a lot of power too. Because see, one thing they don't realize is that the state get a lot of their money from income tax. Now this stuff right here is going to be non-taxable. So the states won't get any money from income tax, Like I know every year when I file my tax, we have to pay federal, government, state, federal, which is the government, I should say, state and city, your local taxes. They pay them taxes. But like I say, we want to pay them taxes. Like a lot of people in Florida don't pay state tax anyway, but we're going to still have to pay taxes on food and stuff like that. Everybody got taxes, and they might raise those taxes, but I don't see how it's gonna work right now. It can work if I'm not one of the what they call them top people, top people, smart people that's got this stuff going on. I'm just worrying about this is gonna be a responsible decision that they're gonna be doing. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And like I say, it could be horrific if they put it in and then all of a sudden they turn on the people about it. But then again, they might distract us with something else. Everything we know might go out the window if a spaceship come down. Like I said, reptilians are out there. They control the deep state. They control our government and they control a lot of other governments. I mean, I'm just saying these shapeshifters, they've been out there and they control our government. They might not be the president, because he's only there for 4 or 5 years or whatever, 8 years at the most. It's these people that have been in there 40 years. Some of them you never see, but they've been in the office for 50 years and you never see them. And then all of a sudden you turn up and they dead at 97. I mean, I'm just saying you gotta look because some of these people out there are not what they seem to be. Let's see. Witchcraft robots are calling you. It might be. I picked the phone up and all of a sudden it exploded in my ear live on YouTube. Let's see. Let's see. Garbage stores have robotic greeters have been developed already at McDonald's. They're installing order kiosks. No people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fast food restaurants. They doing that. And in agriculture, people say, well, they don't still need migrant workers. No, they won't. They got these robots now that can pick the apples off the trees and do stuff like that. Just like when they invented the first harvesters, people used to go through by hand and pick this cotton and stuff. Then they came up with this machine to go ahead and do it now. Our AI is going to put 50 million Americans out of work. And nobody even realized that. They think it's all great. Right now, you see where they coming up with this thing right now where they telling everybody that they're going to start building electronic fueling stations. It's part of this bill that they got out here that they just passed and stuff like that. They're going to start building electronic fueling stations all over the country. We just got them here and there and everywhere, but now they're going to have them everywhere because they're telling the car industry that I think it's by 2028, half the cars in America got to be electronic. Half the cars got to be electronic. It's just like when I was a kid. I don't know how many of you remember. Remember when cars used to be made out of metal? You know what I mean? I had a 68 Pontiac Catalina, and I loved that car. It was light blue, and it was made out of metal. The next car I got, you know, it wasn't made out of metal. It was made out of whatever they made out of now. It looked like they made out of plastic. I was like, what are these? You know, so that's what's happening now. They told everybody that they're gonna have to start using polymer for cars and stuff like that. They make cars out of polymer. Just like when they had leaded and unleaded gas. I remember when I was growing up, we didn't have no lead gas. We had leaded only. And it was supreme and regular. And then all of a sudden, we got no lead, unlead, and all this stuff, ethanol. And that's what's happening. It'll pop up on you when you least expect it, and then you just say, okay, I'm gonna just go with the flow. And that's what a lot of people are doing. They're just going with the flow because they don't understand anything that's gonna eventually happen to us. Hello, Nikki, how you doing? So like I say, it is not gonna be pretty. And like I say, it really won't affect me too much because like I say, I'm old and like I say, it's gonna tear the next generation apart. It's gonna rip your kids apart because your kids ain't gonna know anything except what their government tells them because they're gonna be under total control. And you know you can always control somebody if you control their money. You control their food, you control their money, and you give them a place to stay. You can't get rid of them then. You know what I mean? And that's what's going to happen here. Right now, that's what I think Bill Gates is going to do with that land out there. I don't think he's going to grow anything on it. Matter of fact, he never even said he's going to grow anything on it. He said he wanted to build on it. He said he wanted to build a city on it. And that made me think, why would you take all that farmland to build, you know, a city on it when we got all these other places that you could build cities on instead of farmland that we need? Now I understand why. Because it's part of the long game. So he's going to get on this. Like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos is making money off of this AI. He gonna be making money off of us. See, we're a commodity to him. See, because he knows that when they start this universal basic income and they start giving people money, people gonna have to leave the cities because nobody gonna want to stay in the cities. Everybody gonna want to move out to someplace else, and he gonna probably start sending out these propaganda posters say, oh, come live in the modern 21st century, so and so and so and so, great suburban living, great houses at a reasonable price. You can afford it. You know, you can pay $1,000 a month and you don't have to pay it right now. We'll just take it right out your universal income. It did. Okay. More people say, oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. If you got 2 or 3 people and they 18 years or older and they living and they each one of them get $2,000 a month, that's $6,000. And they say, oh, yeah, Bill Gates got a place out there and he's only charging us $1,000 a month. We still have $5,000. But once you get out there, you find out you got to pay all this, that, and the other stuff. But that's a whole other story. I'm just saying it's going to happen. And it is. We don't even see it's coming. And that's the sad part about it. How can we have electric cars when our power grid is overwhelmed and outdated? Oh, they supposed to be up there. They got, what, $66 billion in this bill that's supposed to update our power grid. $66 billion. They're gonna upgrade it. And besides, that's the federal government. This stuff was built a long time ago. These people, we talking about people that know how to do things, that know how to run things. You know, they'll have their own little mini power grids, you know, their own generators hooked into these stations. So when the power do go out, unlike gas stations now, when the power go out, you know, gas go out. They gonna have their own power source. You know what I mean? Even if it's gonna be a solar generator, portable power. You know, like you get this place Generex. You know, that's what their big thing is. You know, when your power go out, we got power, and that's probably what they have on them. Don't underestimate the government and what they can do when you get private industry involved with that. You know, like look how many years it took the government to go back into space, and these guys, they decided we wanted to go 2 years ago, and they up there now. So I'm just saying, it's gonna be something else. Hey, Garden Quilts and Arts and Tradition, how you doing, Miss Ella? Out there for a few on my way to teach art. Oh yeah, I used to like arts and crafts when I was a kid. I used to love doing it. Now when they come and get me and move me out of my house and put me in one of them senior citizen facilities, I'll be doing arts and crafts again. And that's what they're gonna do. Everybody out there, where we at now, won't be where we gonna end up, because they're gonna make a move. And I hate to say this, they're gonna make a move. When they start to do this universal income, they're gonna have to know everything about you. They're gonna have to know who you are, where you are, what you eat, who you related to. They're gonna go into your background so deep that you're gonna feel violated. You know what I mean? They're gonna know when you had your last bowel movement. They're gonna know all this stuff. It's not gonna be pretty. I mean, but like I say, you can still work. They're gonna let you work. Just say the money is no strings attached. I mean, it's just people right now. The 10 million people that's in the retail is gonna be affected. The 7.5 million truck drivers is gonna be affected. You know, that 1.8 trillion dollars that they pay now to people that's out here getting this money that they call Social Security, unemployment, and SSI, disability, and all that stuff gonna be affected because all that's gonna change. You know, it's all gonna change, and they're gonna do it to us, and we not even gonna recognize what happened. You know, they say they got these people that's time travelers that's coming here from the future. How come they don't tell us what's going on? I would love to know what's going on. I guess that's my problem. I always try to dig too deep. It's the Billionaires Boys Club out here, people. And they're the ones that's running this stuff. Them, the deep state politicians, you know, and the little people. I get skeptical when I want to say little people because I be worried about if they're gonna mess up my channel. But yeah, and a lot of people think I'm crazy. I might be crazy, but I you know, this stuff I be wondering about. I'm curious, and everybody should be curious because, like I say, we heading for the third age of mankind. And people say, "What's the third age of mankind?" That's when we go to space. And right now, you look around, every country shooting spaceships up. And now, like I said, every time they shoot a spaceship up through that ozone layer, it causes the weather to be messed up. Now it done messed up the ocean current. I said that in my latest video, but I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm talking about something else. Mm-hmm. Yep, and like I said, it's gonna be something else pretty soon. Like I said, they're gonna control you. They're gonna tell you how many kids you can have. You know, you always see these futuristic TV shows saying that you're only allowed to have 1.5 pieces of kid. I don't know how they get one. How you get a 0.5 kid? I mean, you know, maybe that's a dog. I don't know, but I mean, that's coming. I mean, you know, and it's sad because I see this as the future, and I won't be around to stop it. Even if I could, it wouldn't make a difference because it takes somebody with power, and we don't have that. You can organize and march and do whatever. They don't even care anymore because right now people march every year. People protest every year. It makes the news, is on there for a couple of days, then you never hear about it again. And that's what we got desensitized to. It used to be they used to meant something when you protest, but now it doesn't. So it's just crazy out here. It says Lori say, okay, everyone have a great day. Got an apps appointment. Say thank you, Laura, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Okay. So like I said, for those of you that never been into my channel before, right now we down a rabbit hole. You know, we dealing with the deep state agenda. You know, the politicians that been in the office for 40, 50 years and stuff like that. You know, I'm for term limitation, so no people could be like that to have power. And you know, the funny thing about it is when these people take office, they're not millionaires. And you know, they get paid a salary, I think $175,000 a year. But when they've been in there 10, 12 years, you look at their income, they up to 9, 10, $15 million. You see, and you should ask yourself, how come you went in making $175,000 and you come $10 million? Where is that money coming from? Unless you part of a deep state, unless somebody's giving you money for your influence and stuff like that. And some of these people, they got more than 10, $12 million. They got $40, $50 million because that's what happens when you get into the Billionaire Boys Club that's controlling everything, the New World Order. I mean, you're not at the top. But it's not just 8 or 9 people, not just 3 or 4 families anymore. It's a whole bunch of people. It's a big, big, big conglomerate of stuff that's going on out there to keep control of the people because but how should I say? We're income. We're income until they find a way that they don't need us anymore. They're going to keep us around. You know, so we'll see what's going to happen with that. I remember Gattaca. Yeah, I remember Gattaca. Your offspring saying too. You know, like in the new Brave New World. That's how they made people in test tubes. And they put these test tubes in, they dropped us in, blonde hair, blue eyes, dark hair, red hair, you know, all this stuff, you know, green eyes and all this stuff. They made them in test tubes. They put the DNAs in there, and then somebody let a little alcohol go in. This one kid came out a little slow and stuff like that. But that's a Brave New World. And that's what happened. Hey, JH556, what's going on? And I go, hey, Love Notes, how you doing? And like I say, that's what it's gonna be. I mean, it's like a bad movie. You know, we love to watch it, but we wouldn't want to be there. You know, we see all these people being controlled by one central government, like in the Hunger Games. You know, where they had these people competing for who gonna get the biggest share of the food at the end of the year, and that's what might be happening because right now China's buying up all our land. You know, I said that before. And it's true. China owns most of our country. We always talking this, that, and that, and bad about China. We going to war with China. We going to fight China and Russia. But China owns most of America now. I worry about Russia because Russia sold off all this stuff to the Arabs that they owed us, that we owe them. You know, all that our debt went to the Arabs, you know, Emirates or whatever that is. They sold all that. So Russia don't own anything. We don't owe Russia no money. So I worry about when you don't owe nobody no money, then they can do something to you. But when you owe them, when you owe them money, they ain't gonna do nothing because they want to get their money first. You know what I mean? They want to get their money first. Just like a loan shark. If he had life insurance on you, then he'd do something to you. But if he ain't gonna do nothing to you, he might come in there and break an arm or cut off a couple of fingers, but he gonna get his money before he do anything else to you. Then after you get his money, you might end up floating in the lake. But that's a whole other story. But anyway, I'm just saying that this universal income it's not a lot of information out there. You can get some of it online. You can go to YouTube, got a couple of people out there talking about it and stuff. Matter of fact, they got Elon Musk doing an interview about it. But I'm just saying, this is part of a long game. When you start tying together all the pieces from the past, let's say I'm gonna start with the George Bush administration, all the way through the Obama administration, all the way through the Donald Trump administration, all the way up until the Biden administration. It's all a long game, and all these administrations are in the same boat. They all doing the same thing. And if you look at the same policies, hey, I almost said shit. I ain't said all this stuff, and nothing changed. Nothing has changed. Look at it. Just look at it. It hasn't changed anything, you know, because it's not supposed to. It's supposed to keep on the line or keep on the same agenda until they get us to this point where they can say, look, people, we finna spring on this AI and we finna hit you with these new cars and stuff like that, these flying cars and all that stuff. And we got the robots because they're more dependable, the machines making them because they're more dependable. So we're going to have to lay you off. Massive layoffs. And we're going to have to put 50 million people, truck drivers, which is I hate to see truck driver leave. That's your lifeline. People, you don't understand. Truck drivers are your lifeline. They are. They keep this country moving. They keep us moving. Without trucks, I remember the trucker strike. When the Teamster strike, I should say. I remember. Let me tell you, when they stop moving, everything stopped moving. And now we finna put our lifeline in the hands of AI. And if that AI break down and all them trucks stop moving, you'll find out. Like I said, I might not be around to see it, but I'm just saying, I'm old. I've seen a lot of things. I know a lot of things. And some of the things I know, it's not going to be for the best. Now, a lot of people will say, yeah, I take $2,000 a month. Okay, I take $2,000 a month too. You know, matter of fact, I take 3, 4, whatever they want to give me, I'm going to take because I earned it. I worked 30 years. I retired. I have a pension and Social Security, but they can take that away with this universal income. They're going to eliminate all that. But anyway, a lot of people going to say, yeah, we want it. We'll take it. But like I say, at what cost? I mean, it could be good. It could be bad. I don't know. I don't know what the long term is, but I don't want it to be held against us. If somebody, like every time somebody always want to give you something, you got all these strings attached. And when you get these strings attached, that's when you get yourself in trouble. Now, what I want to know is, okay, they're going to give everybody all this money. We got it. Okay, it's here. Nothing we can do about it. AI done took over. They making stuff. They creating stuff at a faster pace, but they got to let people have money because we got to buy the stuff that they create and buy the stuff that they making. And so anyway, now we got all this stuff. Amazon booming because they're using all these drones and they're flying over everywhere. It look like birds out there. And I'm just saying, all these retail stores you walk in there, you got these little computer people up there talking to you and stuff like that. And I mean, I'm just saying, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be a futuristic world your kids are gonna grow up in, and all we're gonna be doing is going to school, coming home. And then if you want to work, you got to get a smaller job, doing something that you probably don't want to do. Everybody gonna be working around the yard and stuff like that, which is okay with me because I'll do that anyway. Hey, Ginger Ninja, how you doing? They say if you stop the trucks rolling, everything stops. Yes, everything will stop. And like I said, it is coming, and it's not going to be a pretty sight for most Americans because, like I say, it's a deep agenda. It's always been about control, and it has been about the alien agenda, because they are the ones that controlling the deep state politicians. You give people enough money, they'll sell out their mother. And that's what these deep state people have done. They know what's going on. Half the presidents don't know what's going on. They never did. They feed them a little bit of information and that's it. But you should ask yourself, how come all of a sudden we got a space force? We never needed a space force before. Why all of a sudden we got all this stuff going on down here? We can't even take care of what we started in Iraq or whatever, Afghanistan, but yet we're going to start a fight a war up in space. So there's just too much stuff to really try to figure out. But that's the way it goes. We on Mars now. We finna go back to the moon. I mean, see, you should ask yourself, why? See, that's the question, why? And I want them to tell us why. The moon don't have any resources. I mean, the moon is hollow. I always said that. That's what I believe. The moon is hollow. So why even go back there unless they're going for a meeting to meet up with somebody or something? I don't know. And then we're going to go to Mars. They're talking about we can go to Venus, and we can terraform Venus in about 200 years and stuff like that. But why they trying to send us into space? Because that's where we belong. That's what the agenda says. We got to send us back to space. And in the meantime, we got homeless people out here all over the place, every place. But you start getting them income, they won't be homeless anymore. But they won't have a place to stay. But Bill Gates gonna take care of that. He gonna make sure you got a place to stay. And pretty soon, a lot of these 50 million to 60 million people that we probably gonna have out there, they gonna probably say, look, the government is looking for about 10, 15 million people to go into a new program. Maybe we want you to relocate out of space. We need some good people. They're supposed to have this new technology now that they discovered, but they haven't quite figured out how to implement it into their spaceships where they could just zoom across the galaxy and stuff. But we're gonna have enough people that want to go out there and be wasted trying to travel into space. But I mean, it's coming. And like I say, as long as we don't get any Arnold Schwarzeneggers knocking on your door talking about, are you Sarah Connors? We okay. We going back to the days where masses were slaves and serfs. I don't know so much about slaves and serfs because you had to work. They don't want us to work. They want us to be pets. Your dog don't work. All your dog do is bark every now and then. My dog better bark, because that's what I pay him for. Or feed him, I should say. Well, that's what they want us to do. They're going to have some people doing work and stuff like that because some people just can't sit still. Like me, I just can't sit still. That's why I'm on YouTube. And working in my little garden and doing things around the house. But I'm just saying, they're gonna be some things, but as far as other things, I wouldn't call it a career. Like I used to tell my daughter, don't just get a job, get a career. And she did. But I'm just saying, you can be an entrepreneur, you can start little small businesses and stuff like that. Open up a barber shop or something like that till the computers come in and start cutting hair, the robots. But I mean, yeah. It'll be something to do, but as far as actual slaves or serfs, we'll be more like pets. You know what I mean? We'll be more like pets. Keep us around for entertainment. Make more movies, play more football. You know, write more songs. We'll be doing more of that stuff than anything, because it's only going to be a few jobs. All the menial jobs or low-paying jobs are going to be gone. All them jobs like harvesting apples and stuff out of the trees, the oranges, they're going to have machines coming through that. So like I say, it's going to be gone. And everybody 18 and older, and then the people that's 18, they don't know what work is. You're going to maybe tell them stories. Oh, yeah, I remember back when I was working and I was this, that, and the other. No. And then you're going to have enough people, and this is what I'm really afraid of, that if they really want to do something, they can start recruiting from all over the country to start their own private little war. Not, I should say war, little armies. You know what I mean? You got the army, but if you have all these people that don't, like if we had Mark Zuckerberg or Jeff Bezos type of money, and you say, well, look here, what if I hire about 40,000 people, 50,000 people, and give them a little bit extra income, maybe $5,000-$6,000 a month or whatever, to be my private army, train them, make them like a militia, and then who knows what you might do, because you're gonna have the people out there, they ain't gonna be doing nothing. People gonna be saying, yeah, that's easy money. All I gotta do is go do this, go do that, go do the other. It's gonna be sad. All right, well, I wasn't expecting to talk this long. What is it? An hour and 11 minutes. Other than the little technical difficulties I had getting on and the little glitches I had while I was going through. Yeah, like I say, so I'm gonna read some comments because I ain't really been reading a lot of comments. It says, I am almost 73 years old and I never could sit still. I understand that. How is the robotics going to affect the post office? Will there be a postal service in the future? No. I know for a fact, because I worked for the post office for 30 years. And I only been recently retired since 2016. Let me tell you what they were doing when I was leaving the post office. They had these little hand things. They counted your steps. They found out where you're supposed to be at, where you're supposed to. It was like GPS. They knew everything we were supposed to do. What time your lunch supposed to be. It was like being on the computer. And then I seen they had this machine. If they build new construction, they will put a box at the end of your street, a cluster box, a big silver box with everybody's, maybe 5, 6 of them, with everybody's address on it, and they will put the mail in those boxes. That's what we were doing. I seen where they had a truck. They had a robot arm in Japan that was doing the same thing that I was doing when I was delivering to those cluster boxes. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to tell everybody that if you live on the street, they're going to tell you, they're going to start putting your mail at the end of your block in cluster boxes. They cluster boxes, the giant cluster boxes. And that's what they're going to do. And they do it now if you have brand new construction, like a cul-de-sac or something like that, any kind of brand new construction, not just a single home, but a whole community. They put your mail at the end of the street in a cluster box. Yes, they do. You can go right around and see them in Cleveland all the time because we have new construction. But that's what they do. You don't get door-to-door delivery anymore. Door-to-door delivery is out. You can go to the post office. That'll still be there. You be talking to the robot. Can I help you? You got a package? Here you go. And that's what they're going to be doing. So, yes, post office will be getting affected. They tried to destroy it already. Let's see. What do we got here? Barry regard, we plan on spraying and neutering us like pets too. Possibility, because I already mentioned that they're gonna probably start telling you can only have 1 or 2 kids. I'll say 1 and a half kids, 1 or 2 kids, because see, people gonna be lazy. I mean, we gonna want to be doing something. So I'm not saying back in my younger day, I would have wanted to do something. But I mean, yes, they're gonna probably eliminate the number of kids you can have. We don't need the postal service in current time. No, because like I said, everybody getting emails and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. It basically, I don't know. I was delivering mostly junk mail and a few bills, but everybody was paying online. So the post office service will be probably eliminated. Canada doesn't have a federal postal service. Everything up there is private, and they doing okay. Yes, we do. Medicine and other products are shipped via the post office. Oh yeah, but they could probably, they could start shipping this stuff through Amazon because I see Amazon or somebody else got their own pharmacy now. So I'm just saying they could do that. Hey, Rickshaw, how you doing? Hello from the Philippines. He used to live in Cleveland. Yeah, Rickshaw, Philippines. He used to live in Cleveland. He used to live up here where I'm at. Let's say, they'll go back to the Roman entertainment at the Coliseum. The people in the arena to fight the lions. Yeah, that'll be funny. Yeah, that will be funny. Hey Jamal, how you doing? Yeah, but right now they don't have to do that because they got so much entertainment, with these handheld computers and iPhone and Candy Crush and Pac-Mans or whatever, Call of Duty. I'm not up on all the new games out here. What's the new one? Fortnite? I mean, people spend hours and hours and hours, on that. It's like having a job, but that's what they do. Let's see. Saying, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Representative AOC Senator Gilbert wants to bring back postal banking. Is that no? That would never happen. You know why they don't do that? Because they stole the money. I remember that. One of the biggest criminals was Mary Rose O'Connor from Ohio. Our representative, our senator. They had that scandal. Look it up. That will never happen. No, they would never do that because that's money to steal. It was all of them. There was like 50 of them. All of them was stealing money. Some of them got censured, and some of them had to. None of them went to jail. Some of them just stepped down, because of the scandal. But that would never happen. Yeah, he want to bring it back. He want to get some money. Yeah. Yes, but a lot of mail carriers can do their job in 3 or 4 hours, and they waste time and money. I mean, I used to. Let me tell you something. I used to have a 10-hour. I used to do my mail route. I had a 10-hour mail. I had an 8-hour route, but I used to carry 2 hours overtime, and I'd be finished in like 6 hours because I didn't take a lunch or break, and I ran my route. But now you can't do it anymore. Like I said, they got these machines. You can't finish in 3 or 4 hours anymore. Like I had like 6 hours street time. 6 hours I'm supposed to be out on the street walking, but not anymore. Toward the end of my career, that wasn't even gonna happen. I had businesses too. But like I say, no, you can't do it anymore. Back in the day, when I first started, I'll be at West Park, I'll be at the bowling alley. I'll be able to finish my route at 1 o'clock. I don't get out to 4. And I'll be in the bowling alley. But that's back then. That's in the 80s. In the 2020s, no more 3 to 4 hours. Unless they throwing away mail. That stuff got eliminated because they added on. They added on another 4 streets on my route. That's a whole other story. Same thing the Postal Service custodian. Same thing with the Postal Service custodian. You know what? Right before I left, they had started phasing out the custodians. It was only the ones that have been there a long time. They weren't hiring new custodians. What they were doing, they were privatizing it. They were farming it out. They had crews come in at the end of the day to clean the post office. We had a couple of custodians that's been around a while, but post office don't hire for custodians anymore. If they needed a custodian that take a carrier that's been hurt, they can no longer carry mail, and they'll offer them a job as a custodian, but they get a pay cut. They go from a level 5 and 6 to a level 3 or 4. Yeah, so that's what happens to the custodians. They farming them out, at least right before I left. Let's say Jamal said they're going to use the nanobites from the vaccine to restrict your DNA to one only child. That's a possibility. That might be a possibility. It might make you sterile or might make you crazy. Yep. It's a very good possibility. But like I say, I'm not really allowed to talk about the vaccine or what it could do to you. Most people on YouTube are not allowed to talk about it because things get kind of crazy when you start talking about that. But we're gonna not talk about the vaccine part. We're gonna talk about the DNA part. Yes, they want to create a new species. Like I said in one of my other videos, I said it several times that they got the Chimera out there. And those of you, hold up. I thank you, Sapphire and Diamond the Pearl. How you doing? All right. That's kind of early for you out there, ain't it? It's about 12 o'clock out there, and she's out in Arizona. She's out west, Nevada. I think Nevada. Yeah, I think she's Nevada. Uh, so anyway, yeah, Ginger Ninja's Hunger Games. So anyway, they want to create a new race. They tired of us, the powers that be. And most of the stuff is coming out of China because let's face it, nobody knows what's going on in China. China got the biggest population next to India, billions of people. And nobody really knows what goes on because they got it locked down like that. See, in America, you couldn't do nothing like what they doing over there because we will find out. But over there, you can. Oh, she said it's 12:33 there. Okay, because it's 3:33 here. It's 3 hours, yeah. And like I said, I told you they already started mixing human cells with animal cells. They already mixing our DNA with pigs, uh, sheep, cows. They've been mixing us. They right now they're trying to create a human hybrid, and that's what they're doing. So if they can do that, they eliminate people altogether. You think mass mass extinction is happening? They be talking about us in the history book. But we're dinosaurs. The only way we're gonna survive, I guess, is by leaving the planet. Is that what they're gonna tell us? Is that why they building all these ships? And we'd be so thankful. We say, "Oh wow, you like Noah's Ark? You gonna take us to another place? You gonna bring us back to the Garden of Eden?" I mean, I don't know, but like I say, they played the long game, and it's almost over. When they come up with this universal income, watch your back. I'm not gonna say they're gonna do anything to you right off the bat. Okay, I'll see you later, Miss Pinky. You take care. Garden quilts and arts. Yes, like I say, China and India are the biggest populated polluters in the world. Yeah, they don't care, especially in China. China has no restriction on anything. Hey, Art by Adrian, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope Paul is doing okay. They haven't came and got him yet. They haven't got me yet, but we got to watch ourselves. Like I said, nobody has the answer. No, nobody really have the answers of what's going on. But I can say from what I've been seeing, from like I say, back all the way back from the George Bush administrations, both George Bushes, all the way up to the now administration, that they've been playing this long game, and right now they're finna do something to it. We might, let me tell you, we might not get this universal basic income today, tomorrow, next week, because they already tested it to see if it would work. That's when it was giving everybody that extra $600. You know, and let me tell you, the first time I ever heard of the government ever giving you money for free, I think it was under the George Bush administration. George Bush gave every American $300. I don't know if y'all remember that. That was back under George Bush. For no reason. He just say, look, we're gonna give everybody a stipend or whatever. And he gave us $300. And I was like scared to take it, but it was already there. But I had the regular deposit. I'm like, what is this for? You know, I'm like looking on my shoulder. When people give you money, they want something for it. And he gave us $300. Okay, so boom. I was like, wow, that was great. And then I think under the Obama administration, they gave some people some money like that too. And then what's his name? Trump, he gave us some money like that too. Remember when Trump gave us that money like that too? And then under the Biden administration, they gave us money like that too. So they getting us used to trying to wait for this government to give you free money. All they got to do is mention that they're gonna give somebody for free money, and everybody started salivating. It's like Maslow. You know, when I was in school, they had this thing. They was talking about this guy. He had these dogs. His name was Maslow, and every time he rang the bell, his dog was saliva. You know, because they knew it was dinner time. You know, he got them trained that way. Ring the bell, you're gonna eat. Ring the bell, you're gonna eat, and that's what they doing. Talk about the stimulus or whatever. We're gonna get money, and that's what they got us trained for right now. You know. And they get controlling our minds, like I say, and it's all. You say, yeah, who don't I say? I didn't take George Bush money. It was direct income. It was direct deposit mine. I had no choice. But I was worried about it. But you remember, see, a lot of people don't remember that. Some people weren't even born when he did that. That was the first time in my lifetime I ever knew that they gave out free money. And I'm still looking on my shoulder waiting for somebody to come and collect it back. I'm just saying. But they had done it 4 times since then. So now, when they do come up with this, they're going to come up and they're going to tell you, just like I'm telling you, we're going to say, look, we're going to give every American, just like they talk about this thing when they're going to give everybody a shot or whatever. They go, hey, Steve, Cosell Trainer's in the house. How you doing? He's going to come up and he's going to tell you, we're going to eliminate. Now they're going to tell you what they're going to give you first. They're going to make it sound good. We're going to say, oh, look, we know that people in America are having trouble with this, and a lot of people are unemployed. We got jobs out there, but nobody seems to want them. And so what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to make some changes. We're going to have to start with the computers and the AI, these robots that all these tech companies done made. We're going to have to start implementing them and putting them in places that people won't do these jobs. So we're going to have to do this. So what we're going to do, we're going to start giving every American 18 years old $2,500 a month. And people be start doing the math. $2,500. Okay, 2 months, that's $5,000 in 2 months. Shoot. And in 12 months, that'll be, let's see, $2,800. $2,900. Wow, I take it. Yeah. It sounds good to me. And then he started telling you, then they say, then he's going to hit you with the but. He's going to say, but we're going to have to eliminate unemployment, child care, Social Security, unemployment benefits, welfare, and we're going to have to implement universal medicine, which your doctors are going to hate. They're going to fight. They're going to fight it tooth and nail because, they want to get paid. That's why they became doctors. Okay. All right, Steve. I'll catch you later. And so anyway, so that's what's going to happen. People say, well, how they going to pay for it? That's how they going to pay for it. All they doing is moving money from one place to another so everybody can get it from one central area so they can control the people better. It's easy to control everybody when you know where everybody's at as far as the income level and the income money. So they might get some people more. But I'm just saying, a lot of people going to keep working. They're going to make a little bit more. A lot of people ain't going to want to work because they're going to be so used to sitting around getting money. And all they're going to do is play games all day long. It's like they retiring early. It never worked. But anyway, because up here, nobody wants to work in the wintertime. Nobody wants to go outside when there's 7 inches of snow on the ground and 8 degrees. It's terrible. But we do it because we got to work, got to feed. But they are getting you free money. It's going to be hard to keep people working. But we would go out there and spend that money. We had to go get some cigarettes. I don't smoke, but I'm just saying. Let me see what else I wanted to talk about because I've been on here almost an hour and a half. And they say with no strings attached. There will be no inflation. I mentioned the other places has already got it, like Finland, the Netherlands, Kenya, South Korea. Alaska got a simulated version of it. Okay. Oh, that's a rabbit hole stuff. I don't want to get down there. Yeah, like I say, that's what they're gonna do. But like I say, Anna Lee Brown, like I say, it's all part of the deep state rabbit hole where the aliens, the lizard people got an agenda. They want to get us off this planet. This is not our planet. This is their planet, according to them. And they want us to go wherever. So that's why we got all these people out here building these rocket ships. And they're going to say, well, you don't got to worry about losing your job. We pay you anyway. We're going to pay you more. And money, people would do anything for money. They will. People would do anything for money. And, they ain't going to have to have money anymore because they're going to stop printing it. It's going to be Bitcoin if you get something. It's going to be Bitcoin. I remember I used to think they're going to be putting a chip in your wrist or something in there or a barcode on you to tell you how much money you got in your lifetime. You know what I mean? They just scan it. But now, this is what this is going to be. They ain't got to scan it. It'll already be in the computer on you. They just put your picture up. That's what you got. And that's what's coming. And like I said, it's all the alien agenda. They've been getting up to this point for years where they can control the food. Food is just, it's really going to be an issue, especially in the wintertime when you don't grow a lot of food and everything's got to be imported. And then the people that's sending us food like coffee people, coffee's gonna go through the roof this year. Y'all don't know they had a bad summer growing season, too much water. And down in there where they get the coffee from Colombia and South America, the coffee gonna cost you a lot of money. Don't you know? Don't know you didn't know you were live. My freezer got left open last night. Long story, so I've been dealing with it. Oh man, I had that happen once. My small freezer, I got a bigger freezer in the basement, but my small freezer at the top had ice cream in it. Everything up there ruined. It was in the summertime, a couple of years ago too. Everything got ruined. I don't want to take a chance of eating none of it, threw it all out. Yeah, I understand. I've been there. I understand that. Yeah, so you usually I go live every Thursday at 2:00. You know, like a day I was a little bit late because I was having technical difficulties because I don't even know what the name of this is. It was supposed to be universal basic income, but every time I typed that in or tried to get on using that it wouldn't let me get on. It wouldn't let me come on the computer. So I figured it out. But I'm here. They can't hold a good man down. So anyway, I'm gonna have to let everybody go. I'm glad everybody showed up. But like I say, so don't be surprised. Don't be surprised that when it do happen, it's gonna be telling us it's for our good, because they're gonna be talking about the millions of layoffs that's coming because of the artificial intelligence. I tried to tell people back a couple of videos ago about AI. AI is not your friend. AI will replace you. They don't need people if you got a machine to do it better. You know that. Like the space program I watched. Did you ever watch that TV movie? Hidden Figures, where they had these ladies and they were doing the computer rising stuff and figuring it out and stuff like that for the space program with the pencil and a piece of paper. Now they got computers to do it. Same thing with us. They don't need them anymore. They got rid of all of them. That's how they gonna do us. Okay, well, look here. I will see everybody later. Thank you guys for showing up. Like I say, I wasn't planning on being on here this long. Usually I talk about an hour. But like I said, I sort of got a little bit drifted because, like I said, I want everybody to be aware that when this do happen, don't be shocked and don't be upset, because it's all part of the long game. And the long game is the control of the people, because there's too many of us. They can't control us. Sometimes we can't control ourselves because half of us go this way and the other half go that way. So they want everybody to go one way. And that's what's coming. Total control of the people. All right, then. I thank everybody for showing up. That's okay, Anna. It was kind of awkward. Like I said, I had a few technical difficulties, but it's good. And I will see everybody later. Thank you, YouTube.